got?
Well, we found at least 26 identifiable entry wounds.
Missed it by 4. Like the commissioner said, drive-bys are out, executions are in.
We recovered about a dozen or so suitable slugs, mostly 38s.
More than one shooter?
Well, there could have been a whole regiment. Any idea who this fellow is?
Someone from the neighborhood gave us a street name, and we took it down to narcotics to identify, but,
They got a whole bunch of new people over there that don't know the territory, that don't know the players.
You should talk to Stivers. She was in narcotics forever before she went over sex crimes.
Hey, how's the ME's convention? Congratulations on the big award.
Oh, yeah, thanks. Actually, I was just telling some of my colleagues about that weird jumper case that Munch and Kellerman caught. A shotgun blast perforated his chest, severed all the major arteries, shredded his heart and lungs. Fatal, no question.
So it is murder?
Well, not necessarily. If his intent was to commit suicide, and he would have died anyway as a result of injuries incurred from jumping off the roof, it's still suicide, in my opinion.
Well, then it's suicide. 7-story fall kills him, no question.
Not necessarily. If the awning slowed his momentum sufficiently, then he might have survived his fall had he not been shot, in which case, it's a homicide.
So you're saying with a little bit of luck, he could have been left a pulverized, paralyzed, drooling, brain-dead, incontinent individual with very few prospects for future happiness and full-time employment?
I'm gonna run some tests.
It's homicide if the shot was fired with intent. If it was an accidental discharge, on the other hand...
Don't you hate when that happens?
Then we're talking manslaughter. You know, with that little mustache and those beady little eyes, he looks like a cross between Steve Buscemi, John Waters, and Edgar Allan Poe.
Aren't they all the same guy?
Okay, stay with me here, guys. We've ruled out the shooter on the roof. We don't know yet if he would have survived the fall.
Well, we don't know much, do we?
Well, we know that he was shot after he jumped, before he hit the ground.
Right, as I said.
By someone from inside the building.
How do we know that?
Because we found hundreds of minute fragments of glass and wooden window frame and glazier's putty embedded in the body.
So much for my coup de grace theory.
He was definitely shot by someone who plummeted past their window. So Munch and Kellerman